Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge Find Love or Die Trying. Wir haben beim letzten Mal ja den Zirkel quasi erneut gestartet und sind mit Tara und Violet auf ein Date gegangen. Ellie müsste dann diese Folge noch drankommen und mal sehen, wie es dann weitergeht. Jetzt sind wir erstmal nach dem Date mit Violet. I was about to enter my room when I felt a familiar tap on my shoulder. Hey Cedric, got a minute? Let me just make sure Tara or Violet see me come in here. Fan some flames. Sorry, what? Ted looked around, smiled and went into my room. I followed suit. First, the good news. Thanks to my plan, we've gotten enough ratings to avoid early canning. The people loved it when you and Tara were the main ship, but loved it even more after I kicked off this competition. I'm glad to hear. I get to live another day. For now, at least. But that can change on a dime, so keep it up. Also, I'm curious how you're feeling about Tara and Violet between those two. Es ist schwer. Tara ist mir irgendwie zu gefährlich, was ihr Bescheuerte angeht. Auch wenn sie eine Gamerin ist, was ich ganz cool finde, aber so I've even known her less time. I think I like Violet more right now. I don't know as much as I like about Violet just yet, but I know more than anything that I just want to keep learning more about her. Really? Well, can't say I'm surprised. Let's see where things go with Violet. You'll be hanging out with her again soon enough. Anyway, that's it for today. Keep it up and who knows, you might just be the first one to make it out of here. Night, Red. Good night, cat. She left my room, closing the door behind her. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. Sometimes the most precious moments are the most mundane. It's just the two of us spending the evening together in the games room. I'm reading a book and at the same time watching her rage against an opponent in a fighting game. It's fun to watch her savor each victory or explode with profanity when she loses. Life is good. Each time like these where you wish life could always be this simple. Sometimes in those moments people wish for more excitement, for fame, for fortune, for anything but the ordinary. But all I want is the ordinary with you. Fuck you! I love this woman so much. Then you set in the meat at around 300 degrees for 40 minutes. Okay, got it. Tara furiously scribbled down notes. Wait a minute, couldn't I just cook it for 600 degrees for 20 minutes? That's not quite how this works, I'm afraid. But the math checks out. What's going on? Oh, good morning, Dread. How do you do? I'm teaching Tara the proper way to prepare a pot roast. So far, I would say it's going pretty well. Tara will be the one to prepare lunch today instead of me. Tara turned on one of the diets on the stove as far as it would go to the... Sorry. And the student has surpassed the master. On second thought, perhaps I will prepare an alternative course. One moment, please. Oh yeah, of little faith. Ich glaube, es ist schon gut, dass Violet dann eine Alternative macht. Time for the moment of truth. Lunch is served. Tara was nervously clasping her hands tight. It's delicious. I did it, oh my gosh. Tara did a little dance in celebration and gave Violet a high five. Should I become a food vlogger? I'm a cooking savant. This talent shouldn't be wasted. Psst. Hey Violet. What is it to it? Is this what you cooked or is it what Tara cooked? Violet smiled and winked at me. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's sweet. She zipped on her soup contently. I couldn't help but smile back at her. Damn, this was the best meal I've ever had. Granted, my memory only goes back about 3 days, but still it counts for something. Hey, heute ist Ellie dran. I found Kent in the same place as she found me yesterday. Morning, Dread. It's time to decide who's your last soulmate candidate. Oh man, I'm gonna make a killing from today's bet before. The poor guy, he doesn't know you've been rigging the show. What? He doesn't know can't hurt him. Oh man, eh. Anyway, after you make your choice, it will be just between the 3 soulmate candidates from here on out. Wait just a second, what does? I thought somebody would ask, so let me explain. If you don't get chosen, you will make the rest of the show a tropical gateway for you. You will still be able to see the other girls and live in the mansion, so really it's no big deal. Tara did a little fist bump. So without further ado, Dread, who is the last and unlucky girl, I like to spend some time with, ja, Ellie. Andere Chance habe ich ja nicht. Well, we will make it happen. Let's get the cameras rolling, people. We are in for a bumpy ride. Now, be a dear and give us a minute to set up the scene, How I let Ellie talk me into this, I will never know. You're sure this is a good idea? There's only one way to find out, isn't there? Ellie grabbed my hand and pulled me towards the slope of the hill. Relax, Dread. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I could die. Would it be too much to ask to be on a TV show that didn't end up with me dead? Don't worry, I've got you. Oh shit. Ellie slipped on her rollerblades, pulling me down the hill with her. I tried to step back up on reflex, but it was all I could do to stand up and with the rollerblade. Oh fuck. We started rolling down the hill faster and faster and faster. Ellie was rolling down the hill backwards at full speed. I could see panic in her eyes. I couldn't figure out how to stop. We were going faster and faster. I screamed. Ellie laughed and pointed at me. Girls, your face is priceless, I love it. Ellie turned around effortlessly and somehow glided next to me, without even having letting go of my hand. Our breakneck pace became slower and slower as she steered us back and forth repeatedly. Before I knew it, we were gliding down the road smoothly. The wind felt so nice. Alter, die hatte das von Anfang an unter Kontrolle und hat mich einfach... Es ist ein Arschloch-Move. Now you've got the hang of it. You've got a funny way of teaching. The best way to teach a bird to fly is throwing it off a cliff, no. That's definitely a way of looking at it. Don't worry about it, you weren't even in danger. Have you been rollerblading for a long time? Nope. I actually just learned how to today. Yeah, what was that about never being in danger? You're quite the daredevil, aren't you? What gave you that way? She laughed as she slapped me on the back. You know, you're a pretty quick learner. You picked up rollerblading almost as fast as I did. Well, I've got a pretty great teacher. It's a lot of fun hanging out with you, Ellie. Shucks, I feel the same way, Dread. It's great to be around someone willing to go on an adventure. The world's gone crazy, we are all gonna die. You might as well be around people that make life worth living. I couldn't say better myself. You know, I bet you can skate backwards. Ellie reversed and started skating backwards as if to taunt me. Oh, why is that? I just think it's a bit too scary for a person who screams when they start going down a little bump. I'm Dread and I can't handle a little bump. Ah, help me! Wow. Come on, it was a hill. Yeah. I felt the firelight inside me. Bring it on, Ellie. Oh, are you sure? Did I stutter? There comes a time in every person's life where we know we are taking a stupid bet, but do it anyway. With the power of misplaced confidence and adrenaline, I jumped high into the air. And did wait, am I spinning or is the word spinning? I'm not sure. Then it dawned on me. Oh fuck. Oh. No, I won't let you kill Dread. What? You're going to wish we had. What's the hell? You are up, you okay, Dread? Try not to move, you're a little banged up right now, but you will be just fine in no time. Cat and I treated your injuries pretty well if I hadn't to say so myself. What happened? You, well, skated backwards. We're defining skating quite liberally, huh? How did I get here? I carried you here. Oh man, my head. Take it easy, it's only been a few hours since you KO'd yourself. Well, it's sort of my fault, but I made you some food. It should help you getting your strength back up quick. Thanks, Ellie. That's really nice of you. Don't expect something that Violet would make. All I can promise is that the food is probably healthier than my last suggestion before you knocked yourself out. Aber sie sagt nur probably. Oh shit, das heißt, es ist nicht zwingend. I will take my chances. I took a bite of the food cautiously. Yeah, Kof, I'm dying. Kof. For a moment, Ellie was wide-eyed with shock and horror. Aha, I'm just messing with you. The food's delicious, thanks, Ellie. I just figured I would get a little bit of payback. You know, no one forced you to jump. She laughed and slapped me on the shoulder, then ran her hand through my hair and scratched it. I found myself smiling and admiring the blue of her eyes. I'm looking forward to our next adventure, Dread. But promise not to be too stupid again, okay? I will try my best, but people can't help but do stupid things to impress a pretty girl. I guess impressed is what we will call it. We spent the rest of the day making fun of each other for how stupid we were being. Somehow, some way, Ellie could take the ordinary and turn it into an adventure. I was laughing so hard that I could barely feel any pain. Before I knew it, it was night time. After today's date, I went out for a short walk outside the mansion. Oh hey Dread. Hey Cat, what's up? Let's not waste any time, I gotta get back there and you know what I want to hear. I know why let us Es ist... Ach komm, ich denke, Violet, die kann gut kochen. Die andere ist mir ein bisschen zu gefährlich. I've been counting, and then know it's going to be worth the wait. Damn, that's definitely going to go in the broadcast. I could write, I got some good news for you then. My plan was a success. Having 3 soulmate candidates has worked magic for our ratings. Which of course means the show will go on. That's awesome, so I'm safe now. Just for now, though we are not out of the woods just yet. We need to make sure the next stretch of the show rates even higher. It's time for phase 2. Over the next 3 days you will go on a second date with each Tara, Violet and Ellie. Just imagine how much higher our ratings will be if our viewers get to see Just imagine that sweet ad revenue rolling in. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Sound good to you? Sounds like a plan to me. Good, that's what I like to hear. Tomorrow morning I will be asking you who you want to have your second date with. Put some thought into that. Sometimes the order of content is just as important as the content itself for ratings. Will do, thanks Cat. No biggie. I gotta back to work, so I will see you later. Night. I waved goodbye to her as she walked away from the mansion. Guess it's time to turn in for the night. We borrowed a boat and went for a cruise around the island. I love the way the wind feels. Why is that? Feels like freedom, can't get enough of it. No cameras, no people, nothing to stop me from. She pulled me close and kissed me on the lips. For a moment time stopped and we were the only 2 people that existed, doing what I want. I smiled. I'm pretty sure we don't need to be all the way out here for just a kiss. I guess you're right. After all, it's hotter if people are watching. We laughed together as we cruised along till the sun went down. The world was ours. The sound of waves grows louder and louder, threatening to pull me back into reality. Will I know you before I'm taking under? Okay. Before I'm taken under. Oh my gosh, I heard what happened yesterday. Are you okay? No worries. I'm good. Thanks, Yui. I'm so relieved. Should you not resting after yesterday? Nah, no need. I've only got few scraps and bruises. I'm surprised the both of you aren't dead after what happened. You're pulled. Believe me. Me too. Wait, what? I mean, Cove, no worries, Scarlet. I've been rollerblading for longer than most people have ever. Technically that's probably true, but... You should teach us how to rollerblade, Ellie. It seems like it would be fun. Oh, you sure, Terra? I feel like that might not be a good idea. What's the worst that could happen? I like your attitude, girl. Come on, let's hit the road. Ellie grabbed Terra's hand and pulled her away. Sometime later. Hey Terra, how was skating? There's no words. I think Ellie broke Terra. Scarlet waved her hands frenetically in front of Terra's face as if to check if someone was still in there. Terra, you in there? Hey Terra, the internet's back. I guess nobody's home. Oh, is there a medic on the island? Lucky Terra was fine. After that was resolved, we spent the rest of the morning playing video games as the therapy for Terra. She still doesn't remember a thing about what happened. What did you see, Terra? I guess we will never know. Okay. Morning, Dread. Congrats, you've made it to the 4th day. And you've become the first person to have not 1, not 2, but 3 soulmate candidates. Who would have thought? Granted, soulmate candidates don't really exist, but hey, we'll edit that part out. You should be really proud of yourself. I can't tell if you're being serious or not. I will leave that for you to guess. Anyway, between your 3 lucky romantic interests, Terra, ich gehe nochmal mit Terra. Alright, sounds like a plan to me. I think she's working on something in the mansion. Lead the way. Oh shit, ich habe ein gutes Gefühl. I knocked on the door to the games room. Hey Dread, what's up? I thought I would check in and see how you're doing with your game. Let me show you what I'm working on then. Terra handed me her game device. Not all the art's ready yet, but I'm hoping it will be done soon. It's a farming game. I had to ditch the pigeon dating idea after all. After, well, finding out it was already done. That's really a shame. For the whole world, really. But in this game, you get to live in a village out in the country, make friends, raise crops, and decimate all the invaders with your giant mecha pigeon death machine. And there's 1,000 possible weapon combinations, and a million possible weapon combinations, and wow, that sounds cool. I would love to play it. I'm curious, how come you decide to make a farming game? Good question. They've just got a special place in my heart. I used to just play these, morning till night every day. You can probably tell I'm not really a go out and party kind of person. To be honest, I don't know enough people to go to parties anyway, but whatever. Sometimes it can be more fun to stay indoors and just do what you enjoy. That's how I feel about it. Enough talk, try playing it. I want to see how you feel about it. Alright, here we go. The title screen displayed with a click. Starblue Ready. A Stardew Valley Anspielung. I was a mecha pilot who got tired of life in the mecha corps and decided to move out to the country to become a farmer. I was pretty good on that. Every season I had learned to plant water and harvest new kinds of crops. Terra would give me advice for farming in every season. Her face was so close to mine she would watch my every move with her pensive expression. Farming and fishing felt great, but fishing was almost impossible to do at first. The mecha parts of the game felt incredible. You could even get to know the villagers and have relationships with them too. There was just one thing that was a bit weird. First, wow, what you have so far is incredible, Terra. Ich möchte mal kurz anmerken, die hat das in maximal 2 bis 3 Tagen gemacht. Ich halte es für sehr unwahrscheinlich, dass das Ding schon so viel Inhalt haben kann und so gut funktionieren kann. So schnell geht Programmierung nicht. Selbst wenn sie pausenlos, ohne irgendeine Pause, auch ohne Schlaf, Essen und sonstiges das Ding programmiert hat, bezweifle ich, dass das so weit, so stark schon ist. Und das klang ja so, als hätte sie die ganzen Assets ja selber gebastelt, muss man sagen. Und daher, kommt mir fishy vor. Yeah, really? It's incredible. I've never thought you could combine farming and being a mecha pilot in the same game, but you did it just fine. Thanks, Dreads. That's nice of you to say. There's just one thing that was a little off. What's that? Any feedback would be great. I feel like the relationships with the townspeople were a little weird. The dating aspects didn't really feel right. Ah, I knew you would notice that. It's kind of embarrassing, but I've never actually dated before, so I have no idea what it's really like. And to be honest, I've never really had a real friend either. If it's not too much to ask, have I suddenly reduced to a whisper? Maybe you and I could be friends. I would be honored to be your friend. That said, please don't trap me in a video game again. Sorry, what? Anyway, watching you play gave me some ideas. Want to help me with testing them? Sure, I would be happy to help whoever I can. Ich bin immer noch der Meinung, dass dieses Gefangen mit dem in dem Videospiel, was Terra in der letzten Folge gemacht hat, das könnte eine Anspielung auf Sword Art Online gewesen sein. Könnte. Muss nicht, aber könnte. Das mit dem Helmet-Device, welches dein Brain durchbrennt und dass du dich selber nicht ausloggen kannst, das wirkte schon sehr ähnlich wie SAO. We would both suggest ideas, she would implement it, and we would test it together and repeat. It just kept getting better and better. Terra's smiles and enthusiasm was contagious. I couldn't help but be excited for her, and in awe of her drive. We spent the rest of the day working on her game, but it only felt like minutes. I'm just glad it wasn't another virtual reality game. Aber ich würde sagen, dass ich jetzt hier diese Folge beende. Nächstes Mal machen wir dann an diesem Punkt weiter. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.